After yesterday's disappointing loss at Ipswich, it appears to have had a positive effect on the players and it appears to have galvanised the squad.
Can you hear the sound?
And this is what I mean by the galvanisation of the squad then, viewers. We have gone and won 4 games in a row. Following that 4-1 defeat against Ipswich, we went on and scored 4 against Blackpool, where we were 3-0 up inside 11 minutes, and we did our best to throw it away. Jerome Sinclair scored in the 4th and 5th minute. Josh Morris got a goal in the 11th to make it 3-0. David Wheeler got one back for Blackpool to make it 3-1. In the 45th plus 2nd minute, Reece Hanneman scored to make it 3-2. Left us a little bit nervous. Then Jerome Sinclair rounded off his hat-trick in the first half with a 45th plus 4 minutes, and we won 4-2, and that is how it stayed. Then we travelled to Crewe, where we were 1-0 up in 39 minutes with Dale Taylor scoring. In the 42nd minute, we were back on level terms. However, we left it very late once again with Ian Henderson popping up for his first goal of the season in the 91st minute to seal all 3 points. In the Papa John's Trophy, we beat the under-23s of Sheffield United after being 1-0 down, with Josh Morris getting a penalty in the 54th minute, Ian Henderson getting 2 in 2 in all competitions in the 77th minute, and Josh Morris popping up once again to round off all 3 points in the 91st. And then Plymouth travelled up to the Peninsula Stadium, where once again we left it very late. We were 1-0 up from a Regan Slater goal in 16 minutes. Daniel Scarr scored for them in 39. 89 minutes, Dale Taylor got a goal. 92 minutes, Conor McKelney scored his first goal upon his return. And they were down to 10 men as well after 76 minutes, which I do think really worked in our favour, because obviously we had the extra man and we left it late to score, and I just think that showed in our advantage that we had there. And those wins have seen us move up to 4th in the table, and today we take on 6th place Wigan with just 1 point separating us. They have better goal difference than us, but we have the more points. Just look at that as well. Ipswich scored 23 goals better in goal difference, which is a bit mad really. But 3 points here would set up us really nicely to go into that top 2, where we can move on to 22 points. So let's go see if we can do it. And the game's tomorrow. Brilliant work. We'll be back in a minute. And here is the starting 11 then. We go with Alnwick in goal, as Will Norris has picked up another injury and is currently missing for about 3 weeks. For some reason you can't bring in emergency goalkeepers, or it doesn't appear to. So we've agreed a loan for Scott Carson. He doesn't sign until January. Excellent stuff. But he's only coming for a month. So we'll have Scott Carson for a month in January, when we won't need him and we'll be paying his wages. But in the back four, we've got Ndaba at left back, McLaughlin and Burns in the centre with Nightingale stepping in at right back for us. Lavia and Slater in the middle, McPake is on the left, Morris is on the right, with Taylor and Sinclair leading the line for us today. Nightingale steps in at right back, as we said, because Shepherd is currently injured and he is the only right back we've got in the squad, so that's something we need to address in January as well. He's just beefing up that defence, especially at right back, to bring somebody in who is competent enough to play, but hopefully Nightingale will be able to do the job for us today at right back. Here we go then, the game has kicked off and we are looking for another home victory against, I would class them as a local rival, another team from Lancashire. Hopefully we can do it. A Serio ball in there, oh my word, and Jordan Jones has scored for Wigan in 10 minutes. It's a deep ball into our area, which we've not dealt with at all, and Jordan Jones at the back post rises above everybody and gets a head on it. Oh, he's just jumped the defender. I'm not sure who it was, potentially Burns, I think, by the looks of it. Just got there ahead of him, and unfortunately it is now 1-0 to Wigan, and that is the nightmare start to what we wanted. Demanding some more though. Cousins for Wigan, surely we're not camera shy once again after putting those 3 league wins and 4 wins in all competitions together. Cousins into McPake, he wins the ball back, and Aguilera on this left hand side for Wigan looks to play it forward. Watmore coming out of defence for Wigan now, finding Kerr. We just need to get a hold of this ball and do something with it. Asario into Jones, what will he do? Finds Boys on this left hand side, and Morris wins it back comfortably, clears it, gives it away straight back though to Wigan, and they are very, very patient in the way that they are building up here. Fingers crossed we can get this ball back and we can go on a counter attack. I'm not hopeful though. The way that we're going to the way that Wigan are playing. And Humphreys blasts the ball over the net there. And we haven't got into this game at all. We're 20 minutes in and we've not had a single shot. Nightingale into Lavia. Back to Burns. McLaughlin looks to play it forward into Ndaba. He does. McPate now. Will he try and make something work? Ball in from left into Morrison. Amos in the Wigan net. Collects the ball to his chest. And he probably looks at... Yeah, he launches it down the field into Burns now. Gives it away poorly. He's switched off when we need him to. Thankfully, we've got the ball back in a good area. Sinclair from Morris's ball. And it drags past the post. And we are very, very unlucky there. Very, very annoyed that we've not been able to get into this game. We're going to drop some encouragement. Maybe just go with a different approach here. And then look at the way we can get something out. This team as Olnwick produces a wonderful save from a free kick in a very dangerous area for Wigan. Asaria on this right hand side, headed away. Morris picks it up though in the middle of the park, looking to bring it forward, and he does. He just gets the ball ahead of him from his touch, and he loses it, and that's very, very annoying the way we've given that ball away once again. 54% of the possession we've had, and we've had just one shot on target. Not the best start here, viewers. We need to get into these boys at half time. Told them we're not very happy with that performance in the first half and we need to do something more about it. Let's see if that has the reaction that we want it to. If not, substitutions could come very, very early. Aguilera into Cousins for Wigan, looking to play it back and does. No pressure on Watmore whatsoever, so we will demand some more. Nightingale right back does look very much out of his depth. Jordan Jones is absolutely skinned in there. Nightingale upends him, gives away a penalty, and it could be 2-0 to Wigan here. As Will Keane steps up. Oh, and he's put it in the bottom corner. And Will Keane scores his 6th goal of the season from the spot. And Nightingale got twisted and turned into a knot there. He upended the player. And Will Keane converts the penalty that is ensued. That is quite the nightmare. That is quite the nightmare. We now fall to just outside those playoff places with 1 point away from them, to be fair. So there is still, obviously there's still a chance for us to do it. We're only 11 games into this season. But we need to just perform better against some of these better teams here. Very, very disappointed in the way that we have been playing against some of the bigger teams. Humphreys with a free kick, dangerous area, and it's gone over the bar and out for a goal kick. We will make those changes now. Probably let these boys go on a little bit longer than what we wanted to. We'll bring Henderson on. Conor McKelney can come on as well for Josh Morris. And in the middle of the park, we'll bring on Jack Rodwell for Regan's later. So we make all 3 subs with 20 minutes remaining as we need to get something out of this game. If we could rescue a point, that would be fantastic. McKelney with a corner in, headed away. McPake picks it up there. Back to McKelney. Into Rodwell. He unleashes. Oh, and it's off the frame of the goal. I thought it had gone over, but it's off the frame of the goal. And we miss out once again. Let's have a look then. McPake into Ndaba. Finding McLaughlin. What will he do? Into Finley Burns. Plays it all the way back to Olnwick in our sticks. McLaughlin out to Ndaba. Into McPake now. Come on, boys. Let's just try and find an opening. Rodwell into McLaughlin. Look how many men Wigan have got back here. They're making it very, very difficult for us to break down. Henderson finds a good ball into McPake. Into Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor gets his 7th of the season. Is that just a consolation goal, or can we snatch something from this game with 10 minutes remaining? Good ball, to be fair, by Rodwell. Then into Henderson. McPake sets up Taylor nicely. Lucky to be onside, to be honest, but we'll take it. And 1 goal separates us now with 5 minutes remaining. Again, we'll demand a little bit more. Can we salvage something from this? 3 minutes of injury time to go. Was it too little, too late? Highlight for Wigan. Into Will Keane from Danqua. Finds Watmore. Come on, boys. Let's get this ball back in a good area and launch a counter-attack late on and break some Wigan hearts. Or are they going to break Salford hearts? There's Jordan Jones on this left and Darby clears it. Gives it straight to a Wigan share. 30 seconds of this game remaining. Nightingale wins it. Launching it down into Taylor, who doesn't get there. Again, Wigan beats us to the ball. They've been first to every single loose ball today, and that has really, really cost us. And I think that is one thing I'm noticing. Again, some of the bigger teams and better teams, we are struggling with getting the ball off them as Azario scores from absolutely nothing. How on earth he's got that into the back of the net, I do not know. Let's just have another look at this because it's an absolute nightmare from us here. Bennett sets up Azario outside the area must be what, 30 yards out, 25 yards out, and well, if that doesn't set, well, that settled it anyway, hasn't it? But just shocking, absolutely shocking once again. Tell the boys we're absolutely embarrassed by that performance, and once again we have let ourselves down against one of the bigger teams, and we drop down to 8th in the table, just outside the playoffs by a point now. 3 points would move us on to 22, and we are just outside the promotion zone, rather, automatically, if we can pick up 3 points in the next game, which I believe is against Peterborough. And if it is, we could be coming back for that game. Let's go have a look at who we've got coming up, and we'll decide where we're coming back. What a disappointing performance that was. And it is. It's Peterborough up next, so that's where we'll come back for. A team that's just lost as well, like us. So hopefully they are there for the taking. They were previously up in second, so fingers crossed we can pick up 3 points against them. It'll be another tough game, another tough test. But if we can beat these, I think it sets us on the right path. Then we just looking ahead, need to put a little run of form together in and around this time to really push for those playoffs and promotion and really cement our place in this league. But thank you very much for watching, viewers. If you have enjoyed that, please don't forget to smash that like button for me, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again for more next time.